Most tall tales often start with, "This really happened." Today's tall tale takes place at the place called Drano Lake. It's actually more correctly known as the toilet bowl. All you have to do is watch the water when you flush your toilet, then watch the boats swirling around, all traveling three abreast, round and around, trying to catch the elusive salmon. I speeded it up a little bit just because you didn't want to watch them putting along, trolling as slow as they can go. A lot of guide boats out there, a lot of private boats. I'd I'm told that the minimum price for the guide boats is $250 a piece a head. So, you get four or five or six in that guide boat, and that's a good chunk of money. But then you stop and think about the tremendous outlay they have in their boats, and it's really not that much by the time they pay for their insurance, their license, transportation, the fuel. It's quite a phenomenon to watch them. It's not my cup of tea, truthfully. Fishing to me is always find a private spot on the bank where nobody else is around. You don't have to worry about your lines getting tangled up. Anything but brush. But to each his own. And here a lot of folks are enjoying it. Even though the wind was gusting up to about 40 miles an hour, it wasn't real warm. There's a certain thing about fishing, it's a little, you got to have a little hurt there. This turned out to be my neighbors. I didn't realize it until I got home. My neighbor came over and he said, "Hey, we saw you." I find it interesting fishing with Big Mike and some of the different names for the guide services, painters. I understand that all you have to do is bring your warm clothes and your coffee jug and a lunch, and the guide or outfitter takes care of the rest. Supplies you with a fishing pole and anything else you might need. I'd hate to think what that boat cost. This looks more like a bass boat. I guess I'm not much of a fisherman, so I couldn't tell you for sure. Round and round they go. I don't know. Probably go out there and spend 4, 5, 6 hours out there. I think they're limited to one fish a piece. I only saw a couple fish caught while I was out there, but I know they were getting some. Might have been that I was a little later in the day. Doesn't take a fancy boat to go fishing. Run what you brung. This one looks like it'd be more at home up in the Snake River. Big old outboards. They've come a long way since I was a kid and we were skiing behind a 115 horse Johnson. I thought we really had something. This was opening weekend of Spring Chinook in the Drano Lake up in the gorge. I had quite a time just standing on the bank with the wind whipping along and bustling me back and forth trying to get some good steady pictures. Sometimes it takes a little maintenance. Everybody's bundled up. There's the bridge. That's a new bridge put in not too long ago. There's a view from the drone from the sky. There they are. You can see them 2 and 3 abreast. I don't know if they're swapping lure or untangling or what they were doing there. Here they're definitely untangling. Tempers didn't seem to be flaring. It just seemed to be a fact of life. Little tiller outboard. It's a pretty good sized boat. They all seem to know where they're supposed to turn around. Every once in a while you'll see somebody just can't stand it and they got a shortcut. Maybe it's so he can get next to his buddy on the next round. How they keep from tangling up more, I don't understand. It amazes me. That is competitive fishing at the worst. I mean at the best. Look how close they are. Little boats, they kind of got rocked around a little more than the big boats did. I think I only saw a couple out there that were solo. Most everybody had at least one person in the boat with them, with the guides averaging 4 to 6. You know, 6 times 300, that's $1,800. That'll pay for your morning. Looks like a trolling motor on the bow there too. An electric one. Here they're nosed into the bank. I don't know what they're trying to do, untangle or regroup or what. Round and round they go. Couple out in the Columbia. The water is really rough out there. My neighbor said they stopped at Wind River first and put in, and it was just too choppy for them out there. No fun at all, so they came up here to Drano. Love all the different boats. Big, little, in between, jet boats, sleds. I even saw, looked like a Mackenzie River boat there with a motor on the back of it. Little drift boat. And there they are from the air, round and around. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed going up there once in a while and watching them. I just don't think that'd be my cup of tea to sit out there and freeze to death with everybody else. I mean, too big a crowd. Find me a place on the riverbank or the creek. I'll fight a little brush instead of neighbors. Definitely the toilet bowl. Round and round we go. If you were one of the partakers, just drop a like and a comment. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And have a good one.